Please remain standing. I will now call on Mr. Harris to open proceedings.
Okay, straight after I've done the prayer, I'll then bless the gifts, and then we'll go into the next one. I have everybody down here. E whā, ara pōchi anō ki tātou i kau whakapai mui a tātou. Kānui anō ki tā aroha o tēnei mininga ki atu o tō lātou rangatira, Mr. Harris. Kumai kia mātou ngā whakaro pai, ka maumahara no hiki āna mahi tika, āna mahi pai. O tēnei ki kolo mo mātou anō ki ngā kaia ko me rātou anō ki ngā tau. No re re pā, tukuna tō aroha kia tātou i roto i tō mātou nei mahi i tēnei a. Ma tēnā tātou e tai atu ki tau mātakai mui a tātou. Anako te mea nui, o Mr. Hayes. No re re pā. Pena noi hoa mātou kia koe i tēnei wā, kia tau mai anō ki te rangi maari ringi tātou. Mai tēnei wā, tai no ki tumutumo o ā mātou hui i tēnei wā. Re re pā, Āmen. Tēnei te nini, tēnei te nāna, tēnei te anō te tupua. Rangi e tūake nei, te papa e taku te nei, te iwi e pai nei kua tai mai. Kua haruru te whatapu ai, kua tangi te whawhāpū. Kūmia, toia. Tūturu ki a whiti whakamaua kia tīna. Tīna, whanno, haramai te toki, honge, huie. Tai ki e. Tō mai tā.
tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Nau mai tātou katoa, ki tēnei e hui ai tātou. Ara, kia whakanuia tō tātou, rangatira a Mr. Hayes. Ko te kore ia e kore mātou. Nō reira e rangatira. Ko Waimarie te korakia. Whiwhi I a koe, hei rangatira. Nō reira, tēnā koe, tēnā koe, tēnā koe.
Ai o te lei asa ina, le ngā sū o le tai au. Se I tātou si le vi inga, I le tapa au I le langi. O au lia ma le manuia, le nei aso, taupo ina. O te whātalofa atu, ma le whāloalo te le lava. Tālofa, tālofa, tālofa lava. Ai whāpitoa le whātalofa, ma le whāwhelo ai atu, whāloalo, I lau sunga, a le ali pule, susunga ia Ioane Hayes, lo whaletua ia Sue Hayes, tina matua ia June Hayes, ai tainani o walo, Christopher ma Adrian. Whawhitai o mawhai ona o tō susu mai, ma tala au mai. Tātou te whiawhia, I le nei asu whapitoa. Alofa mai le atua, ia sao mauli le nei asu whapitoa, soifua ma ia manuia.
Tapu kia whio a tua, I o tau loto loto ngā. Whatapu kia kekele eiki, o kolisa māngele. Whatapu kia tangata eiki pure ako, Mr. Hayes. O kua ana e whakaleu langi, o aho. Kai pehe hono whamili. Hono Marie, Sue Hayes. Hono whae, June Hayes. Kau mā hono ngā whoha, Christopher mo Adrian. Whatapu ke kau whai ako, whanau ako, o kolisa māngele. Mātua tau whanau, sola mo vulangi, tau kau whataha e au koini. Whawhetai kia tua mawhi, Hene tau lama hao, ko whai mai tau moui. O tau ausia mai, ai aho whakoloa koe ni. Koe aho whaingata. He koe aho, o tata alo whakamāwhai, moi whakamāolo o loto, haunga ki he pūre, o korisi. He ngahi tau lahi, ko tau whewhei. O mauhunga ia he ngahi ta, tō whohe loto, nei whai o mau ako ai, mea te koe. Nei kai ke nofo pē, he tūnga pūre. Kanake I e malai spoti, I e porifesi, mo I tapa katoa pē ke pou pou, mo whakaloto lahi ka te kumautolu. O mauhunga ia, he ngai sipinga tau sipi. Mo I tokoni ko tō pē, na ke tau mua ngau e aki, koe whekum ki he lelei taha, ko uhi koe mau kahau. Whātau ange o tua, kene wato e keresi, mo tāpa kina koe mo whāmiri. Pe hange koe lawa e punake, o whaanga e o tua e, kene taki ho whanonga. Mo ne taka ofi, e atu lolotonga pē, e tau māwai. Lewe malanga, tua whai ki atu.
Hello, and welcome to everyone gathered here for today's farewell assembly. A special welcome to the Hayes family, Mr. and Mrs. Hayes, and their sons, Adrian and Christopher. With a great deal of pleasure, I would also like to welcome Mrs. Hayes Sr., the mother who raised the honorable man we are farewelling today. Thank you. It is an honor to have everyone here. Our first performance is the school brass band.
I will now call upon our first speaker, the Board of Trustees Chair, Mrs. Pauline Strickland.
I should be okay. We'll just go with it. Tēnā koutou, talofa lava, maloa lelei, kia orana, whakalofa lahi atu, bola vanaka, namaste. Welcome again to the Hayes family. You've been welcomed many times this afternoon, but welcome again to the special auspicious occasion, and that's Mr. Hayes' final assembly. We're here today to show our respect and love for Māori College's own Mr. John Hayes. He has touched a lot of people's lives during his time here and throughout his career, and we are sad to see him go. Most people in this room know that you don't go into teaching or being a principal of a school to make a lot of money. You become an educator to make a difference to the students that are in your class and in your school, to teach them that they can be whoever they want to be in this world. Sometimes the hardest part about being an educator is just getting the students involved and interested in learning. Mr. Hayes has showed that you can make a difference in a student's life by the day-to-day things you can do for them. Welcoming latecomers at the school gate, talking with parents on the sideline at the rugby games, going to volleyball tournaments and after school to musical and hip-hop events. You've celebrated sporting successes, revelled in the cultural richness of the ASB Poly Festivals and our school's ever-improving academic achievements. Even after a long day, you've stayed after school to meet with student council and BOT meetings. These small things work together to make a big difference in the lives of others. Mr. Hayes has been an active member of multiple committees and mentor to colleagues in furthering their own career pathways. As a parent representative of the School Board of Trustees, I wish to acknowledge you, Mr. Hayes, for the years of dedication you have given to educate children at Māngere College and the wider South Auckland community. You have made a lasting impression on the world through the lives of the students you have taught, and your family have supported you the whole way. Now is their time and your time. And before I pass the floor over to my predecessor, Mr. David Gock, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Hayes. Thank you, and happy retirement.
I would like to call up David Gock.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm just looking around to see if Heke Parata is here. If she is, please leave the room. Because now I'm going to share with you all a little secret on how we came to appoint Mr. Hayes as your principal. See, we did all the homework, did all the shortlisting. It came down to two, Mr. Hayes and let's call him Mr. A. There were 6 of us in the room and it came to a vote. So I said, those in favour of Mr. A, please raise your hand. And 3 hands shot up. I forget there were 6 of us in the room. And I could see Miss Harris, who was on the board as teacher rep, she was on the point of raising her hand. So I very quickly said, those in favour of Mr. Hay, please raise your hand. So 1 hand shot up, and Miss Harris reluctantly put her hand up. So it was 3-2. So naturally I raised my hand, and before anybody could breathe, I stood up and said, I exercise my casting vote. Mr. Hayes is your new principal. And that's how he got appointed. All right, I'm just joking. Very often when we appoint someone like this, you know, we think back afterwards and say to ourselves, did we get the right person? In Mr. Hayes' case, it was a resounding no. Sorry, just kidding again. As you all know, he has served the school very well for the last 14 years. It is now time for him to depart. Unlike my predecessor, I am not sorry to see him go. I'm very happy to see him go. John and Sue, you are still young enough. You still have the ability to enjoy many more years. And for that reason, I'm very happy to see you go, so that you can enjoy life to the full in the coming years. And with that, I'd like to thank you, John, for your years of good service to the school, and to you, Sue, for the support that you've given. And I wish you and Sue and your mother and your family all the best for the future. Thank you.
Our next item is by the school choir.
Praise.
God is good. All the time. Now, wasn't that an amazing performance from our school choir, right? Yeah. Next up, we have our sisters from Bollywood. Speaker is Cyrus Louis, head student from 2012, who is currently studying at the University of Auckland. He will speak on behalf of the past students.
Sorry, not good at public speaking, but I'll try my best. Warm ethnic greetings to you all. To those who failed to know who I am, my name is Cyrus Louis, an ex-student of this proud college that attended from 2000 to 2000. But enough about me. Today's not about me, unfortunately. But it's about this great serving and man, Mr. John Hayes. A vivid quality that sticks in my head when I think of Mr. Hayes is his ability to be dedicated to us as students. A few things that prove to be dedicated is he would guarantee that you would see him roaming around the fields, courts at break times. He would attend sporting events of all codes. He would even find the time to support culture groups, Polyfest and other cultural events, even though he may not understand one word. And most importantly, his dedication to our education in any shape, way or form. For me personally, I was blessed to work very closely with Mr. John Hayes throughout the years I was here. I think that's why he was glad I left. No need to agree, sir. But throughout the years at this college, he has mentored me in a lot of ways. The very one I am thankful for is your wisdom on the real world and teaching me how to cope and survive the big world, especially at university. Therefore, Mr. Hayes, I hope that I haven't bored you, but merely made you aware of how you have had an impact on many lives that have come before you, especially at this college. So I thank you 1,000,000 times and 1,000,000 times over for your service to this school, and would like to wish you the best for your future endeavours. So can I get the auditorium to give 3 cheers for Mr. Hayes? Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Thank you.
Our next performance is from the Cook Island Culture Group.
Jackson will now give us a solo performance.
If I could stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you, my darling, you. Bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye, please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will treat you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I'm wishing you joy and happy days. But above all this, I wish you love. And I
Next, we have our Tongan cultural group.
Te amo, Ana.
Mr. Patel.
Yes, welcome. Mangere College was established in 1971. It has been at the heart of this community for 45 years. Today we acknowledge and farewell Mr. John Hayes, our fourth and second longest serving principal. Under the leadership of founding principal Mr. Ivan Armstrong, a culture of whānau based on respect, trust, responsibility was established. This guiding principle has defined who we are and what we represent as a school. Relationships place students at the heart of the school. Mr. Hayes' belief and affirmation of the Mangere College spirit and identity is a testament to his personality, character and vision. His delight and pride in the Mangere College family is evident. He never misses an opportunity to acknowledge and celebrate student and staff achievement. Mr. Hayes' commitment and unfailing support of school teams and cultural groups, his ability to recognise individuals is exceptional. Always acknowledging them through staff briefings, assemblies and school newsletters. Mr. Hayes has been totally committed to raising student achievement. Results clearly show that the school has made considerable progress in raising student achievement. We can confidently say that students can receive and achieve educational outcomes that are comparable and superior to many schools. Mr. Hayes is fiercely protective and loyal and is resolved to challenge the negative perceptions perpetuated by some commentators. He has been prepared to step into the public arena to defend and champion our cause, proudly promoting the school. Mr. Hayes' recognition, promotion and commitment to the special place of Māori and Te Reo, his affirmation by learning and using Te Reo, and support of Pacifica people, language and culture has been a strong and consistent feature of his legacy. Mr. Hayes has consistently challenged staff and students to develop personally and achieve to their potential and broaden their horizon, making sure staff are current with local and national trends that may have significance for their teaching and learning. You leave a wonderful legacy, a school stronger in its identity as a leading multicultural school that delivers excellence in education for the students of Mangere. You have written an important chapter in the colourful and rich history of this school. Your journey is nearing its end, and you have led this waka with strength and dignity, through calm and storm, through joy and sorrow. To you and your family, we thank them for your commitment and the many sacrifices as we prepare to return you to their care. Go forth with the knowledge that you leave this school with a lasting legacy. Our aroha to you and peace be with you as you venture forth to new horizons and challenges. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Patel, for that very serious speech. I would like to call upon DJ Dre Wilson for the next performance.
Hello everybody. I just want to say thank you to Mr. Hayes for being an excellent principal, and thank you. And yeah, you guys don't have to jump or anything, but there's some electronic music.
Thank you, Dr. Dre, for that pumping music. I'd like to call upon the head students for their speech presentation to Mr. Hayes. Thank you.
It's hard to compete against that, man. You can take the principal out to Mangere College, but you can never take Mangere College out of the principal. This year, I was given the opportunity to work alongside a person I cannot describe adequately with my limited vocabulary. But here goes. He's a man of pride. Through ups and downs, his head is always held high. He is respectful and is respected by students, staff, and community. He is honorable, a man who always keeps to his word. He is understanding. He understands the struggles that we, students and families, go through. He is accepting. He accepts anybody and everybody. He is a good-natured man, honest, loyal, and humble. He is Mr. Hayes. 13 years ago, both Mr. Hayes and the Year 13 started something new. We, as Year 1 students in primary school, and Mr. Hayes, as principal of Mangere College. Now we are both leaving to venture into new horizons. We students trust that you will always remember us, sir, because we will always remember you.
I honestly have nothing but nice things to say about Mr. Hayes, as he has only given me good memories. He has not only made his mark on the school, but on our lives, since he isn't just a principal to us, but a mentor, a friend, and a nurturer. There is something about him that makes those around him feel welcomed and comfortable. His interactions with the students and our extracurricular activities have strengthened our relationships with him. I am pretty sure you would all agree with me when I say that he has never failed us. Despite the trouble and hardships he may have faced as the principal, I have never seen him frown, and I have never heard him whine. He always smiles and makes small jokes to make the mood feel lighter, allowing those around him to feel comfortable about talking to him. During my time here as a student, he has continued to amaze me with his firm but gentle nature that I have come to really appreciate whilst attending Mangere College and working alongside him. My first impression of Mr. Hayes will be an everlasting one that I will always cherish. In Year 9, I was the student representative for the Student Council, which gave me the chance to get to know Mr. Hayes a little. There was a slight problem though, because as a Year 9 student, I was still trying to get used to high school life. Therefore, I was shy and introverted. However, it seemed Mr. Hayes had other plans for me. He approached me, talked to me, and made me feel like I belonged. He welcomed me with a genuine kindness. For a Year 9 student who was shy, what he did basically changed me and gave me courage. It was a simple formality, but it had a major impact on my character. Many students here, like me, have established a relationship with Mr. Hayes. And just like me, we will miss the man who we have come to know and adore. My first impression of Mr. Hayes is an everlasting one, and one that I will cherish most in terms of him. Thank you.
For a long time, I've been a serving member of our school's First 15. where I played a championship semi-final and a plate final. For all my games, I noticed one man that never missed attending one, and that was this man right here. He exemplified to our boys the true meaning of sportsmanship, brotherhood, and support. It's funny, because if you weren't screaming, "Oh, come on, boys," you would be screaming, "Go Peter," or "Go Peter," which made me feel special, because out of 15 other players, my name was being called out the most. You are a huge reason why Mangere College's sports teams have succeeded over these past few years. You may think we didn't see you hiding in your little corner when you secretly came to watch our sports games, but we saw you, sir. Your presence at games gave us the reassurance that we were a family, and family means no one gets left behind. Your passion for sport gave us an even bigger passion for understanding why we played for this school. You have always been a person that filled everywhere you went with happiness. You have the best personality and being a friendly buzz when you are around kids. I have the utmost respect for you, not only because you are the principal of the school, but because you are my friend. You helped a lot of us discover who we are, especially us head students. 5 years ago, I don't think we would have thought we would be standing here. But being who you are, you saw the good in us. And that is something we will forever cherish. You had our backs, and we will always have yours. Mr. Hayes for Prime Minister.
Mr. Hayes for Prime Minister, right? Mr. Hayes for Prime Minister. We are proud to belong to this school. Proud to belong to a school that has had you as principal. We are extremely lucky to be part of a school that takes pride in and embraces its cultural diversity. Thanks to you, Mr. Hayes, we students don't see ourselves as a school filled of students and teachers, but instead we see ourselves as a band of brothers and sisters, or what we young people might call it, ohana, or family. You have served the school well, and have always been there for us when we needed to talk to you. You have always put us first, and we have been your #1 priority. Every decision you have made in the school was made with us at the forefront of your mind. You have left an incredible mark on us, in our hearts, in our minds, and in our souls. All the students that have been privileged to have passed through the school over the 13 years are better individuals, better educated people, and feel better about themselves because of you and your influence. I surely speak on behalf of everybody in this auditorium to say that while today is a sad day, it should also be a happy one, because you can leave MC safe in the knowledge that you leave it a much better place than you found it. You set out your vision from the beginning of your time. To turn it into a school that would be very quickly buzzing, would be recognized as a place of sporting, musical, artistic, and academic excellence. But most of all, you made it very clear from the start that your expectations of us were sky high, for each and every one of us to seek the heights. On behalf of the students here today, I am delighted but saddened to have the official task of saying goodbye. But I can assure you, you will never be forgotten. We wish you a very happy, healthy, and active retirement. As you retire, take a moment to stroll through your beloved hallways. You'll hear every nook and corner sadly whisper, "We'll miss you." You may be leaving the corridors of the school, but you will never leave the corridors of your students and teachers' hearts. Thank you.
We would now like to welcome the man of the hour, Mr. Hayes, to say a few words.
Ena waka ena mana ena hawe wha tēnā koutou. Thank you all so much for coming this afternoon, particularly for those of you that have deliberately chosen to come here this afternoon. Last Wednesday, I received a wonderful farewell from the Pacifica cultural groups, and I spoke then about culture and the part that our families play in our understanding of culture. And today, as you've already heard, I think it's important that I keep teasing out that idea of family. We talk about the MC family, and that idea of family is central to the work that we do each day. We are driven by the values that we hold dear, and those two words, respect and responsibility, capture the essence of those values. So if you'll forgive me, I will start this afternoon by thanking those members of my family who are able to be with us today. To my mother, June Hayes, I thank you in particular for emphasising to me as I grew up that if I didn't like the way things were happening in the world around me, then the way to bring about change was to work inside the system and bring about the desired change from within. I have carried that lesson with me throughout my teaching career. Meaningful change cannot be easily imposed from outside a system. As a teacher, as a head of department, as a deputy principal, and now as principal, I have tried to bring about change by working with all those who were involved in the system with me and engaging with them as we embrace the necessary changes to make a better future for our students. To my wife Sue, I thank you for your constant understanding and support. It makes it much easier to be a teacher when your partner in life is also a teacher who totally understands the world of education that you inhabit. To my children, my daughter Gemma, who lives and works in Australia, and my sons Adrian and Christopher, being a father to you has made me a better teacher, and especially as you moved through the education system, it made me realise more than ever why I became a teacher. And finally, to my MC family, both staff and students, thank you for sharing the past 13 years with me and working with me as we have brought about significant change within the college. Pauline, David, Cyrus and Mon, in different ways, as voices of the MC family, I thank you. I at times struggle to see myself reflected in the words, but I am grateful for those words nonetheless. To these wonderful young people behind me, Tasia, Peter, Anga and Des, I talked to them last Friday as they were preparing for the prize givings this week. And I made the point to them then that they were continuing a wonderful tradition of head students of this college. And this afternoon, you once again have made us proud. When I finally drive out the front gate at the end of this year, I will do so with a great deal of regret. I will miss you all, but at the same time, I am looking forward to the next phase of my life as I go on to seek the heights.
Thank you, Mr. Hayes, for a very moving speech. Our final performance is from our Māori culture group. For special dedication, ka kite a kau. We will see you again.
This song was written by the Year 13s and Year 12s as a dedication to Mr. Hayes and his baby, Kuro Mai Tātai. Ka kite